folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to take a look at another piece that has Rachel Flowers featured in it. This is actually more of a jazz piece. It's called Spain. It also features Joe Deninzon and Alex Skolnick, two other jazz performers, I'm going to assume, because Spain is actually by Corea and Joaquín Rodrigo. So we have a violinist in Joe Deninzon and a guitarist in Alex Skolnick, and Rachel will be on the piano and the flute. And so she's quite the virtuoso, so I look forward to seeing what she's going to do with that. And I think this is a little mellower than most of our videos, but it probably still fits in kind of the prog rock vein. And this is the kind of thing I kind of like to start our Sunday mornings with now. Something like this, like we did that with the orchestrated Tarkus not too long ago. Okay, so this happens at something called Progstock, which happened at Union County Performing Arts Center in Rahway, New Jersey, okay, on October 2nd, 2021. Sounds like a cool Chick Corea piece. Should be pretty interesting to hear it performed. All right, Adrian, any thoughts ahead?
I remember Rachel Flowers doing the song Montana, especially.
Yeah, the Zappa and also ELP.
She was like soloing with Dweezil Zappa. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, and that was guitar. So here she is on two other instruments. I don't know if we've seen her play flute yet, so it should be interesting. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look. Stratuspherious. Interesting.
We're going to pay tribute to another incredible artist that we lost this past year, Chick Corea. This is Spain. Rachel's got this.
And they're grooving. The swing.
You know, I think I recognize a lot of themes in here.
Yeah, me too. We'll look it up. Well, she's fantastic on that flute.
Killed guitar.
That was cool. You'd like to see reciprocation. If I had a drum kit in front of me, I'd be playing it right now.
Yeah.
Now consider everybody being on a heavy metal instrument instead. There's actually a lot of music like that.
Yeah. We're playing this?
Theoretically, yeah. More the space, you know.
Yeah.
This could very well be a return to forever track. So jazz fusion, which isn't that far from some metal. up some info on this while we're watching.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. You know, Dad really liked Chick Corea too, or likes him. Need some shakers or something.
Yeah, bongos or something. Congress.
Hold down the 40.
All right. Oh, yeah. Got a few things like that. I've got a couple tambourines in the other room, I guess.
It's all right.
Thank you. All right.
We're down to the last minute here. Yes.
Thank you.
Alex Skolnick and Rachel Flowers.
Okay. So
I don't know how this is going to sound, but in the beginning, especially with the violin, I started thinking about Mahavishnu Orchestra.
well, you're not too far off, Adrian, because actually, this album that it's on was a Return to Forever album that came out in 1973, which is when Mahavishnu Orchestra's most popular album came out, the Birds of Fire album.
I've got that.
Yeah, this was their second album, and it was just before one that I love that I have here called Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy, which is entirely instrumental and has the coolest electric guitar by a guy, and this is before Al Di Meola, a guy named Bill Connors on electric guitar. But yeah, Chick Corea, he has a real jazz pedigree. I mean, he played with Miles Davis. He was a big solo artist in his own right, even before he got into jazz fusion. So definitely one of the greats. And yeah, he passed away in 2021. So rest in peace. Born in Chelsea, Massachusetts, by the way, but he was one of the greats. And it's nice to hear one of his songs played this way. Kind of a slightly unusual. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before, but I've never seen it like this before. You know, no drums or anything. Being a rhythmic song, you would generally need those sorts of things. but
yeah, it's amazing that they did without the drums. I mean, and they were still able to, keep it all together and everything.
World-class musicianship, though, really great stuff. Return to Forever did have a pretty big influence on the rock world. And I mean, it led to all kinds of other prog rock, Bitches Brew came out, Miles Davis's, I think that was 1970. I'm going to double check that while I'm talking. But that was a big milestone. But the thing is that it feeds right back into the rock world. Like Miles Davis also was a big influence on the Allman Brothers Band, So with his Kind of Blue, which was a totally different thing than Bitches Brew, but both are phenomenal. And by the way, on that Bitches Brew, the Miles Davis, Chick Corea was on that. John McLaughlin, who, by the way, is in Mahavishnu Orchestra. He started it.
Yes, it was his, I think.
Yeah, so Chick and John were in the same band together just a couple years earlier. So yeah, there is a connection. So I love hearing stuff like this that we know went on to influence so many rock players. And it's always just really cool to hear.
I'm going to get a copy of Bitches Brew, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in Miles Davis.
Sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's good stuff. It's good stuff for sure. So, folks, if you have any other suggestions for us, it can be along these lines, or it can be a little bit more conventional, or somewhere in between. We don't mind. Go ahead and leave those suggestions below, and we'll take a look. All right. And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See y'all later.